Welcome back. In this episode we're going to do piano and vocals and everything in between, especially spill. I'm going to show you how I did the mic setup on the piano and on the vocal to get the best sound for both with the least amount of spill. Grand piano. I've got Vessel here. We're going to record the grand piano with his vocal there, and let's run through the mic setup. So on his vocal we've got a Flea 47. That's a nice warm tube mic. Already heard it. It sounds beautiful. Then on the piano we've got two vintage U87s, not tube mics, solid state mics, and I positioned them like that. I always stick my head into the piano to listen where it sounds best, and then I take the mics from there, go back into the control room and fine-tune the settings until I think it sounds best. Then over here we've got two vintage KM84s, small diaphragm condensers on the hammers for that extra bit of sparkle and transient on the top end. And then we've got the most funky mic in the world, the Periscope, for a bit of funky, crazy sound. I don't know if it's gonna work and how, but I just wanted to try it out because it sounds cool and it looks cool. And so in terms of polar patterns, I set up the mic like this because they're in cardioids, so that means they reject sound that comes from here. So they reject the sound that comes from over there. That mic, the U47, is also in cardioids, so that's going to reject all the sound that's coming from the piano and also a bit of the sound that's coming from the strings. Alright, so let's do line check. We're going to gently tap the mics in the live room to see if it comes in correctly through all the gear into Pro Tools, and then we should be good to go. Let's start with the pianos, with the Periscope on the piano. That needs phantom power as well, so we need to go to channel 16, clack. Okay, we're already getting signal. Perfect. Now the U87s. So let's do the left channel first. One at a time. It's on the APIs over here. Yeah, we can see that on the API. I'm going to turn down that volume in a sec. You can see that over here. And we've got it. Gently scratching and just slightly snapping in front of it. That comes in next. Right, the KM84s. That's again on a desk preamp. They need phantom power. The vocal mic, is it on? If you turn on the power supply, is it plugged in? Perfect. Beautiful. Okay, the violin, Viola. Perfect. Next, cello. That needs phantom power. The low bass, is the power supply on? Great. The rooms? Yeah, exactly. All right. Let's sound check some piano and vocals. So he already started playing, as you can hear, signals coming in, and let's dial in the sound. So we're hitting around -25. I might go a little bit more on the piano. I think I can push it even further. So now I'm around -18 on Pro Tools. I've got at least 10 dB of headroom left, so when he goes crazy, he can go crazy. So let's check the hammers. Right, so the hammers are really for the presence only. I'm seeing that he starts playing louder, so I need to dial back the preamps again. Let's keep them a bit safer than we had them. Let's dial these back as well. We've got good preamps, so I'd rather have a solid sound and a bit more headroom than being anxious about hitting the red. Right, so we've got good level. Let's check the phase. Okay, so I'm losing a lot of body if I'm flipping the phase, so that means that without flipping the phase, as they are, they're good to go. Okay, so I'm gonna run in there and position the vocal mic, and then I'll listen to the piano with the vocal mic in there. See how that sounds.
Love is like a lighter. You have ones with refill, you have ones that don't.
All right.
Promise, real deal. Best makes you walk. Love way.
See what that phase does?
Real time is perfect. Time is real, time is perfect. Don't you make it reverse it. Real
Okay,
time is
the vocal gets really thin when I do that, so we'll keep that phase flipped out as well. All right, so I've got the vocal mic in parallel as well. I'm sending the insert send from the main vocal channel, channel 21, to the stressor over here. That comes in. Then that comes back on the insert return on channel 22. So I can set that to in, then I'm getting signal, set it to pre, so it's going to be before my EQ and compression on the desk. So now I've got the main vocal without any compression, and I've got a channel with a compressor on it. So that might make things easier in the mix.
One that can see you, the one that sees you. The big dizzy speech you, the big dizzy scroll. The gun erase you, the gun makes you.
I'm not getting the most amount of body from the piano, so I think we need to dig in a bit deeper into the piano with the mics to get more body. Right, let's get the room mics in there. And also check that with everything on. Check the phase. So when I flip that phase, I actually get more body. So that works. Let's flip that phase, keep that flipped. Let's get the back room in there as well. Okay, I'm getting more body with that. I'm losing a bit of vocal, so I might need to switch that back again in the mix, but for now, I think this is the better way to go. Let's get some reverb going. I think I'm going to take the reverb from the parallel vocal, as that's a bit more constant. Let's record a little piece just to let him have a listen to the sound and for us to check phase on the waveforms.
All those feelings deserve you. Real time is perfect. Time is.
Okay, so I can actually see on the U87s that they're out of phase with each other a lot. So that's not going to be good for harmonic compatibility, so I need to change that setup on the mics. The left mic is good, but the right mic needs a bit of adjustment. So that's much better already. They're much more similar on both sides. I've got the body I want, the stereo image I want, so. In episode 3, we'll go over preparing the session and setting up the console. Don't forget to like and subscribe.